pandemic, America fell in love with the American West, or maybe back in love. Yellowstone became the most watched cable TV show, which explains the renewed interest in the plight of America's 80,000 wild horses. This week in Washington, D.C., a new movie premieres. The producers hope to convince Congress to stop spending our money to round up some of the freest spirits in the West.
We're asking you, Mr. President, to stop this roundup.
They go across the border, and once they go across the border, they don't come back.
It's a policy that puts small farmers out of business.
It diverts the public's attention away from the effects of overgrazing by commercial livestock.
Stop the choppers! Stop the choppers!
I'm not sure what we're about to encounter.
All right, Ashley Avis is here, award-winning director. Wild Beauty is already out on the streaming service of your choice. It'll be shown to Congress this week in an attempt to sort of change the way this is done. First things first, give them their best argument of why we're spending taxpayer dollars to round up wild horses running around federal lands.
It's a battle over land and special interests. Wild horses are being rounded up and eradicated. They're being put into government holding facilities, incarcerated for the rest of their lives, some of them, and even shipped to slaughter because there is a deference by the Bureau of Land Management to prioritize tax-subsidized livestock grazing on our public lands. And I think most Americans would rather see wild horses on our public lands and that beauty preserved over giving deference to livestock grazing.
All right, so we reached out to BLM for comment on this. They haven't gotten back to us. But what you capture, and I think what's interesting is we watch this, is that you capture sort of, we would call it hidden camera, but sort of chase video of what's happening with these horses as they're being chased by helicopters and rounded up, which is brutal and awful, compared to sort of these wildly beautiful, majestic shots of them roaming the West and what we all sort of think of and romanticize. Compare and contrast that for me.
Our documentary is a really distinct and interesting merger between the cinematic beauty of wild horses and that stunning freedom, that Western iconic mystique that so much of the world it loves. And then the documentary is also a journalistic expose into the corruption that's befalling them. We had First Amendment rights issues with the Bureau of Land Management denying us our right to observe while we were filming. We encountered a lot of resistance from the Bureau of Land Management. So we allow the audiences to draw their own conclusions about the corruption that's happening and the misinformation campaign that the Bureau of Land Management is purporting that wild horses are starving and overpopulated, and that's just not true.
We did a little bit of our own research on this, obviously, and found out sort of there are wild and inconsistent explanations for why this process must go on. Normally, is my experience in journalism, when you're being told not to be somewhere, you're probably in the right place looking for things. So congratulations on that. And I think about 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, the America West and sort of Western values and this romantic view of the American West was sort of shunned by Hollywood, right? It was not really looked at in the same way. And in 2018, 2019, you had a lot of shows about, families with 3 moms and 8 dads and on and on. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. You can just smile when I said that. But what I'm wondering is Hollywood sort of shifting its view a little bit, and suddenly the American West is once again romanticized. Once again, audiences want to see sort of this best of America, incredible beauty, and this different world.
I think so. Television shows like Yellowstone have really done that for us, and I think that there's this...
What is it about that plays to that? I don't know.
I think it's about freedom, and I think that that's why it's so important to preserve wild horses. They're the symbols of freedom, and Yellowstone has done such a beautiful job of getting us outside and people wanting to go explore our wild American West and see those magnificent blue skies and see that endless land and not so much of the sequestered nature of always being perhaps in a city. I think there is a romanticism, but for good reason. We spent 5 years creating this documentary, 20,000 miles, 13 different states, and we fell in love with being out there. It was extraordinary. And
what surprised you the most?
Well, over the entire process, I think what surprised me the most were the actions of the Bureau of Land Management and the flippancy in which they treat the horses. I think that there's almost like an empathy cog missing. That is not a blanket statement about everyone in the agency, but the people we encountered they don't treat the horses with the level of animal empathy that should be happening in our modern day world. And I think that's what surprised me the most.
Wow. Ashley, great work. Congratulations. Congratulations on the movie, the success, the reviews as well. And we're gonna follow this. Come back and talk to us because it's one thing to make a movie that does really well. It's another thing to make a movie that makes a difference. And then we hope that this certainly does. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
All right, all the best.
And if people want to make a difference, our call to action is to post our trailer with the hashtag I Stand With Wild Horses.
I Stand With Wild Horses. All right, we'll put it out on Twitter as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.